Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson, and I will be your guide for today. Today we are doing pick a channel message. Bit of housekeeping. Don't forget, I just published a brand new video, and so we've done 3 lives this week. And last night, a video went up all about new ideas, practical ideas, channeled practical ideas that humanity can take to change up their reality. And also, I'd love it if you watched it to put some comments in down below of what you think, if you come up with any other ideas, and then I can create another video with even more ideas so that we can collectively come together and create something different here. This is, it's just throwing ideas out on a table kind of thing. It's nothing more than that. But, it has to start with the imagination and how we really feel about what our reality should look like when it comes to living in peace and freedom. And empowerment. So that's where that's at. So go check out that video. And yeah, there was yesterday a total eclipse, in between eclipse actually video, and all about the changing energies of that. And then before that we did a channeled, just straight channeling. And Q&A. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. And she's like, hope I'm in the live. You were a little bit early. But you're in there now. Let's see what's happening. We're going to pick 3 of these and 3 crystals like I usually do. There'll be group 1, there'll be group 2, there'll be group 3, and you guys can pick which one, and I will channel a message for each one. And then we will go into the chat bar, maybe have a bit of Q&A, see how much time we've got left. Hey, Sky. Hey, Linda. Good to see you guys. Right. I'm just going to, instead of shuffle, just pick these guys because it just feels easier. They're really big cards. So that's those picked down below, and they're all facing downwards. I can see them now, but and we'll do, I keep looking. We'll do some crystals. So we've got this crystal, a chameleon for group 1, and we've got this crystal. This is another chameleon. Interesting. That's a stronger chameleon. So we've got 2 chameleons. How am I going to do that? Maybe I'll pick. No, I'm going to leave it that way. And quartz crystal as well. So we have the light chameleon. See, it has all the different patterns on it. That's group 1. So that goes with this card. And we have the dark chameleon, which goes with this card. And we have the quartz crystal, which goes with this card. You are kidding me. Sorry. This card has come out. I've only done 3 pick-a-card readings, and this card has come out 3 times. And this card, the second card, has come out twice. So, unbelievable, really. Interesting, because it's not like there's only a few, there's quite a few. And this time, instead of shuffling, I pulled them out, didn't even look. Okay, we're just going to have to go with this because this is the energy at the moment. And so I have to trust the fact that this is the energy at the moment. We're going to go for pile 1, obviously, group 1 for starters, and I'll put group 2 and group 3 over there. Here we go. We've got the light chameleon with the little layers in it, and we have the card, and this card is an elemental card. I took this photograph in Kenilworth, where I go camping, of this tree trunk, and I ended up coming home. I put a little door in there, doorway, and little spirit. Some of these were already there because I overexposed it a little bit, and these were showing up, and there was a real spirit ball that showed up here. I don't know if you can see that. but there is a real spirit ball there. So, and it almost looks like, weirdly enough, a bird sitting on a nest here, but it's not. It's just part of the roots. But in any case, that's my little haven for the elemental folk and the earth. Okay, so what I'm getting here is grounding. Grounding spiritual understandings. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're from, another planet or anything else like that, soul-wise, or whether you are straight, human. But there's grounding magic, grounding something new, entering a new doorway. I'm getting that from this as well, and this feeling of opening up the crack of the door, and then all this light just starts to shine out. And that light they're showing me is actually, hang on, let me just feel into this a bit more. Okay, so you're the doorway. That's what I'm seeing. You're the doorway. Okay, and you've got control over your emotions enough now to do this. So you're the doorway. So there's something coming up for you that's going to expand because your mind is coming into, you've peeled away all the layers of the onion. Because of the layers on this, it's like an onion. You've peeled away, you've got to the core of who you are authentically more and more and more and more. So there's some sort of alignment that's happening with you. But it's grounding, but the whole point is to ground this alignment on earth. And that means that something new will be born, because the elemental world was created or carved through creative beings that that collectively got together and imagined through energy a new species that humanity could connect to Gaia with. So it was like taking the energies of Gaia and then asking them to become in some sort of humanoid form, so that humans had some sort of connection to earth through the elementals. So there is something that's happening with you where you are grounding enough of your higher self to come into this reality where you can connect with earth and bring that energy in. And then when you do that, just by being who you are authentically, there's a change that's going to happen. So you might actually be thinking of, or you could just use this energy just to walk around and just, emanate it. And then people will start to shift and change and have new thoughts in their heads as you walk past them. Or it could be that you're actually forming an actual business. And that's the grounding part of your next step. It's not that everything's going to be easy now. It's that the ease comes from you not having any you're not having any more reactions to anything, or not as many, let's put it that way. Not as many reactions. And when something does come up that makes you react, you do see it for what it is, that it's coming from you as well. You recognize the energy that you're putting out, no matter if the person ends up, even if they're in a car and they cut you off or something like that, it doesn't make any difference. If you put out certain energy that resists them or gets annoyed with them, then you recognize that that's actually going to make a difference to their day as well. So there's something about understanding or taking responsibility for your energy that you're sending out, starting to anyway, and then going from there. They're saying it's a pool of life, a pool. I see like a golden, or a pool where there's water, but it's kind of like gold. Yeah, it's interesting. golden shimmering coming off it. Pole of life, life itself, something to do with reigniting life itself, reshifting something. It's pretty crazy. Sorry, I am out there if anyone knows. Because I go straight to the source of the energy of things and then feel off that. And when I'm connecting to higher frequencies, then all these elaborate stories can come out that could throw people. Not, but that's just the way I am. So yeah, but there's definitely some movement happening here within yourself, something within yourself, like a click, like an enlightenment or a understanding or something that you can then go, oh, I can take that now, that understanding of how my mind works and how the actual reality reflects back at it. And I can now use that to my own benefit instead of fighting or pushing against everything that comes my way. Because then when you use it to your benefit, that's when you start carving this new path and this new whole opening comes up of understandings of your soul alignment and who you are authentically. So there's this whole new game going on for you. And that's part one at the moment. Hang on, let me see what else I can get from that. Okay, just like, even though I'm saying all of that, doesn't necessarily mean that things won't pop up that you get irked about and that you're wondering whether to let go of or not. This is the turquoise is, this has not got much turquoise in it, but it's really standing out for me here on this tree trunk. And the turquoise is very, it's like, it's a fresh color. It's between blue and green. And green is all to do with health and the color of healing oneself or healing, knowing how to heal self. But it's refreshing, and it's this, because of the healing that's done, communication can come through, which is for a blue color. So because of the healing that you've done, communication can start coming through, which actually shifts your perception of life, changes everything that you start to see. Something's coming in for you to a feeling of you and your soul and your soul's lineage, and that is what you realize is your mission, to ground here on this planet. And that's where that story is going. So they're showing me also DNA or a spiral going up like this, connecting to more than what you thought before. And then they're showing an inner vortex in the center. So if you do a meditation and you can see a spiral that's going up, and it's like this, and then as it goes out to the universe, it starts collecting all of the lineage or line points of your soul's understanding, that if you're just your previous lives, and then it's kind of whirling back into the center, and then like a golden light shooting down through the guts of that, through the center of it, into Gaia herself. It's something to do with connecting your higher self to Gaia herself, and then her going, and then Gaia saying, okay, I understand this new feeling, this newness that you're bringing to me, or something to do with, I can easily collaborate with that because I remember that from the past on Atlantis, Lemuria, or something that's recoding, but it's coming through you, which is human form. So that means it ends up infiltrating all other humans. Wow. There's quite a big thing there, right? Coming out for a pile group 1. That's magnificent in itself and huge. So there are some huge shifts going on for some of us. So yeah, see if anything else. They are showing the roots going into earth. Anyway, can we bring it back to a practical? I'm just seeing if we can bring it back to something practical that you can do. Like, we've obviously got that meditation going on, but you know, everything's to do with practical life as well, to be able to ground things. They're saying, look out for your reflection. Look out for your reflection. Look out for your mirror in everything that is in your life. And never, even if you see something not so nice coming at you, never put yourself down. Just ask yourself the question, am I seeing myself as less power than that's coming towards me? And if you do, then there's still work to do to empower yourself. But never come down on yourself, because you should always nurture who you are and your journey that you've gone on. Because the nurturing of your journey that you've gone on has actually brought you to this point, and you are magnificent just in the fact that you've gone through everything that you've gone through. So no more putting self down, no more feeling guilty about if something negative comes towards you and that you have to still do some work or something like that. They want you to come into alignment of acceptance of self as the reflection happens. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, especially at this moment with this reality that you've come into. When you pass on, you could. They're saying you could do what Bobbie did, and what I've done is I'm like, that's it. After this life, I'm going to Planet Resort. I'm starting to create it in my head already of what Planet Resort looks like, and I'm like on a beach with an umbrella and a cool drink and getting waited on. I'm just like, this is going to be the best life ever. But they want us to actually. They said, even though Bobbie's done that, it would be awesome to ground this sort of stuff on earth while we're actually living these heavens that we have within our hearts and our minds, of where we can expand realities. So yeah, it's a lot going on for group one. Yeah. Okay. Maggie, easy to work with and form to what you like. Exposure to water will darken. Could be some symbolic meaning there. I don't know, Maggie. Okay, let's go into group two, because I'm keeping my mind on this. Okay, so we've got group two, the dark carnelian, the darker carnelian. It's a beautiful color. So carnelians mean if you get upset or angry or something like that, if you hold a carnelian, it will calm you down. It'll help you absorb that anger and bring you back to center. So if you ever feel like you're getting a little with life or whatever, go grab a carnelian and hold it. That's what I always used to do. And this is the card that came up last time, one of the other times in the pick of cards. I've only ever picked out 9 cards, right? This is crazy. So we have back with us. I wanted to show you more of my artwork, but we keep getting repeating cards, and I'm not going to put them back because this is how it is, right? So we have again the Pleiades meeting Venus staircase and the alien that formed on its own while I was photoshopping the staircase. This alien over here formed on its own. So there's something forming on its own. Okay, universe is gifting you something. It's just happening while you're working, while you're molding, while you're working your reality out, while you're over here doing the shadow work, doing the understanding of how to keep aligning yourself with the reality that you want to carve and create, and you're centering yourself and you're coming across all these little obstacles on the way. and you're doing a good job. And it's not that everything's perfect. Things go squiff, and then you come back to center and go back and forth and all that sort of stuff, because I'm seeing it like back and forth with these stairs. But each time you come back and forth, you are creating a new step, a new step, a new step, because you're starting to get the overall pattern of how it works, from you taking responsibility and then changing it up to blaming somebody else outside of you and controlling them and getting rid of them, or doing whatever you need, or telling them that they can only speak this way to you. Totally different. And so when you come back to yourself and you do the work, and then you are starting to form these new neuron paths or new patterns in your life, where you can look back and go, well, that worked really well, but that one only lasted, for a little while, and it still came back at me even worse. And so whenever you're doing it, trying to control your outside world, you'll find you might stop it for a day or two or whatever. But even if that person obliges to you and they're still annoyed about it, then it's going to come back somewhere or another. It's not to do with controlling somebody else so that they become annoyed with you. It's to do with saying to yourself, okay, I decide this isn't going, I believe I am truly far out. I've lost a word. They're showing me, but I've lost a word. And that's interesting too, because it's the actual word, deserve. So there's something within you that's not feeling deserving of being empowered. So this is the job, this is the work you're doing at the moment, to feel deserved, to be empowered. And it's like you're waiting for something to happen that will show you that you are deserving. But then the universe is waiting for you to say, I 100% deserve to be able to gift you something. And this gift is sitting there like they're showing me one of those poker coin slot things, and you put in another coin, and then more coins might fall, or it might be that as it shifts, nothing falls. And you throwing in, okay, so what they're really saying, I'm just going to bring this into an understanding for you guys. What they're really saying is that if you keep on saying to the universe, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, can I have this? Where is it? I deserve this, that sort of thing. Even I deserve this is with a graspy kind of nature of I wish, I wish, I wish. Then what can come back to you is the universe going, they don't believe in themselves. And so I cannot align with their wishes, because they are trying to get, it's like if the universe was your best friend, and then your best friend said to you, and I have brought this up before, but if your best friend was going to give you $100 on Monday, and then you turned around and said, where's my $100? Where's my $100? Where's my $100? I deserve that $100. And if you kept on saying that to them, the amount that you're saying to them is just going to, they're just going to pull back and go, no, I'm sorry. I'm not giving it to you anymore, because they'd be hounded and they wouldn't even like that energy at all. This is what, if you see the universe as your best friend, and the universe is saying that a gift is coming, then they're saying, accept that within you. You already have it. You're already in line with it. You already deserved it. You've already done enough work. You're there. So you don't need to keep on, that sort of thing. Yeah. Any case, so that's one of the messages that's coming through with this. And also, as I was saying before, as you're molding yourself or reconnecting to yourself and changing your neuron paths and understanding that you can actually shift your reality, while you're working on yourself, something else is being developed over here without you even seeing it. And it's literally to do with your work that it's developing. And it's developing in a beautiful way that you're going to love. Something's coming in for you that you're going to love. It is a wish granted. It is something granted. So don't keep on asking for it. Just go, I'm going to keep on focusing on shifting and changing and understanding my path of what I have to do with my mind and changing up my mind, and let go of the wish, because it's already been created by you doing the inner work, and that is enough. And then let it go so that the universe can align with you and bring it in. So there's something coming for you in group 2. I like that. Okay. That's group 2. Okay, now we'll go for group 3. Sarah, well, Bobby, one couldn't anymore be for me. Oh, I love it, Sarah. I love that. And then I love the words, you always support self no matter what. Being in the office at work, it's busy, fast-paced and challenging to slow down, to question and support self. Yeah, okay, that's interesting, Linda. I'll do a little Q&A after this next reading. I've just got my head in this channeling at the moment for these messages coming through for group 3. So, but that's an interesting question. I'll see if I can come back to that one, or an interesting statement, and I'll help you with that one. So here we've got group 3. So group 3 is quartz crystal. And I just can't believe you'll never guess what this picture is. If anyone's followed me in the last 3, is as the traveling whale again. I can't believe it, right? This one has come up in all 3 piles. Every single reading I have done. 3 readings, and 3 of the same card has come out. And you know what the weird thing was? I was traveling on the road yesterday and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, that whale card has come up twice already in Pick a Channel message. Surely it won't come out again. And I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm such a high-end manifester, I've probably manifested it coming out again. I have. Now right there. What a powerful message for group 3, right? You are powerful manifestors, and there's a road to be traveled with that. And you can bring in so much more of your life of what you want when you keep on aligning yourself with understanding that you're manifesting, whether it be negative that you're manifesting or positive that you're manifesting, and bringing into your reality and your reflection of life coming straight back at you of who you are. Understanding that is going to enlighten you. It's going to make you sing like you're going, whoa, hang on a sec. So every time I start to focus on something, I'm going to bring it into my life. And they're bringing me to these, I think they were Ukraine witches or something like that. Witches that were over. I saw this video ages ago, a long time ago, of these powerful women, older women, that were seen as witches in this, I think it was over in Russia or I don't know, somewhere over there, some foreign country. And they literally had the governments scared of them because they knew their power that much. And I'm literally feeling that this is the power that you can have. You just go no to one story and yes to another, and so be it. It will happen. And this is the learning that you're going through at the moment of just how freaking powerful you can become, how much you can actually bring into this world, where you can actually travel with this. This is a traveling card. This is a new destination. This is something completely different. And we've got the quartz crystal, which is aligning with, you know, our higher self, our understanding of who we are. And but do not use this in a way that's going to wield darkness in this world. Use it in a way that's going to yield light and a new paradigm, a new place to visit. You wield it in a way that's aligned with you, because if you wield it in a way that is still causing resistance in someone's life, the resistance will come back at you. So this is just a slight, not a warning, because I'm only saying this because this is what these other powerful older ladies did over in Ukraine. They used it to empower themselves and put people in their place. But be careful, because there was a dark one in there. Just be careful that you don't use it for the wrong methods, because this new energy that's pelting us at the moment is really only going to align with you moving through your life with least resistance. And if you are angry with somebody and you use your power against that, that is resistance against them. It's like if you were getting cut off in the road. Say for instance, you're pulling out of your car park, and then somebody else races in their car and they, you know, pull out first, and you have to wait and you have to be patient, because even though you were ready first and all of that sort of stuff, and then they drive on off, and there's, you know, no way of getting to them. Well, they've already done something that's irky. They already know that they've pissed you off by doing, excuse my language, annoyed you by doing what they just did. And so if you send out a vibration that is irking, that is resisting their vibration, that's irked, that's that sort of thing, it's incredible how energy works. And then they feel in their heads that they have now confirmation on, yes, I should have done that, because that person, I can feel the energy of that person. They did deserve it. That sort of feeling can happen, because energy is also just as valid as action, and we have forgotten how important energy is. If we align energy with action, we're aligning our right hemisphere with our left hemisphere. So it's important to move through your life with as least resistance as possible. Okay, that person did an irky thing to me. You know what? I'm not even going to give them any sort of resistance whatsoever, so they don't feel validated in the fact that they actually did what they did was wrong. And what happens with their energy is it starts moving, and then it falls over because there's no resistance coming back at them, which gives them the reason to be like that, to be jerky. So then it's not that their energy falls over, it's that it ends up flipping back. And what happens is they have to look at themselves, because there is no energy to stop them in their tracks and say that person deserved to be annoyed. They want you to play around with that. See where you have least resistance in something, and then what happens is, even if you don't even know them, you don't even know what goes on with their life or anything like that, you've not caused any resistance on this world with that moment, that might awaken them to least resistance. But even if you don't know about that, you've aligned yourself with least resistance. And so then you don't end up having more of that coming back at you, because your mind is now searching for somebody else to pay back, kind of thing, because your energy's ready to get ready to do something. And we actually are living, energetic living beings. So yeah, there's something there for you to work on. But the power in your manifesting, your ability to manifest, is absolutely amazing. It's huge. It's big, right? It's a big whale here, so it's big. And interesting to note that I've had this 3 times, and 3 different channel messages has come through for the same card. So that's cool too. Oh, okay, I see where they're going with that, because it doesn't matter. Even if you come across the same person, remember, people's energies can change at any given moment. So instead of seeing the person and you've already got it in your memory of what they did wrong yesterday, but if their energy is shifted, then go with the energy. Don't go with what's in your memory of that person, which is trying to create your outside reality. Go with the energy of the person. Okay, the person feels calmer now and they feel more receptive. Go with it. And then if they start getting irky again, then walk away and just go, it's not my story, sorry. And that sort of thing. So there's that happening as well. Wow. Okay. So I will wrap those 3 channel messages up now. So that's pile 1, pile 3, pile 2, pile 3. This is pile 2. And I'll open up the chat bar for a couple of Q&A if you wish. Okay, I'll go back to Maggie's. Was it Maggie? No, Linda's. If you were support no matter what. Being in the office at work, it's busy, fast-paced, and challenging to slow down, to question and support self. Okay, Linda. Just in that itself, there's something, you're aligning yourself with the energy of everything being fast-paced with you. There's something that makes you feel like if you're in that fast-paced energy, then you don't have to look at yourself either. So there's something going on there. Just remember that. And I know you want to, but I know you want to look at yourself, but there's something there that is reflecting you in that fast-paced energy. Just have a look at that on the sideline. To give you some helping hints, though, is while that's happening around you, I would go, you know what? I deserve to have peace in my life. Even if chaos is going around, and I deserve to have peace in my life. I'm going to take a breather. No one's going to even notice. I'm going to go into the bathroom and I'm just going to center myself into calmness. And I'm just going to walk back out there and I'm going to focus 100% on just my business, just my stuff, just this moment and what I'm actually doing. And that will help alleviate all this crazy feeling around you of everyone else doing fast-paced everything, because you're not got your energy going into everybody else's thing. It's all to do with you and your reality, right? And that's coming back to self. And you can also get more clarity then. You'll also can be one step ahead of the game. So all of a sudden you're doing jobs that somebody else is already going to come up and ask you to do, and you've already done it, because you're aligning yourself with clarity of self in a fast-paced place. But eventually your energy might move you out of that fast-paced place and align you with a much more calmer place, energy that you're going on. That's why they wanted to address that first point first. Anyways, so that's for you, Linda. Okay. Annie, this is huge. Do we ground as the info comes in? So what will happen is that you'll align yourself with a new feeling. And then the new feeling, you'll go, oh, wow, this is usually it's a beautiful feeling, because it's aligning yourself with the love of yourself and your authentic self and your soul, which is love itself, and the love of what your journey of your soul has gone on before it came here in this body. So you could end up having these new feelings. First of all, to ground them, you just go, oh, well, I'm just going to accept this as just being part of who I am. This is part of me now. And then for myself, I had to come into acceptance of, oh my gosh, I am actually from Pleiades. So there's an acceptance there that is literally helping you ground that into, like my last soul's life was from Pleiades area. So that's grounding, helping ground. And then with that energy, you'll go, well, I can start remembering things that happened in past lives Do I want to ground that or do I not? Is that something conducive to humanity, society, for the benefit of all or not? Can I create a business out of this or not? It doesn't matter if it's an or not, or if it is, but you're at least aligning yourself with something that feels right because you're integrating a previous life with this life and expanding your reality. So that's how I would approach that. Justin, what is the best way to think about calendars? Is there validity in the Mayan system? Okay, so there's been a lot of different perspectives of perceptions of life throughout the ages, and sometimes even in the ages we'd have Earth where we'd have one system happening and another system happening and another system happening and another system happening. All systems were valid to humanity's consciousness in that tribal understanding of what they decided to ground, bring into the world and create. And so it's created diversity all over the earth through humanity's consciousness. So with that become a diversity of all the different calendars and so forth. But if a calendar isn't aligning with energy first, then it is already out of kilter. And it will keep throwing you out of kilter. So then to bring yourself back into, even though you're following a calendar system that's not working for you, I would bring myself, I wouldn't worry about the dates so much. I would be feeling into the energy of the day, energy of the day, energy of the day, and just keep doing that. And then at least it's bringing you back into working with Gaia again, working with solar, the soul, the sun, the energy coming from there, the central galaxy, all of that sort of stuff, working with your inner self, your divineness. And so, and then that's all individual for you. And then eventually what will happen is those things that are out of kilter will start to subside. You know, like this is why some Christmas days you go to have Christmas, you're like, oh, I'm going to have this amazing, cool Christmas day. And it has to be specifically on that day, right? Because that's what they've said. And then you go to give your presents and everyone's just kind of irky and they're just not in a receptive mode. And it's not because of that. Anything other than the energy at that moment was more to do with something else, like going out and taking action and doing something different. I don't know, something completely different than receiving. And it just doesn't align. Same with all the different holidays that we come across. So that's why they're saying bring yourself back to the energy of yourself and what you feel like in this moment. It's more important. Not to say that you don't celebrate Christmas or whatever, but just keep that in the back of your head when you do celebrate it. Oh, it's not really a day for giving to others. It's a day for this. And maybe you can just tweak it a little bit, still give you presents, but tweak it a little bit. Don't put all your energy in on, why isn't everybody loving their presents today? I don't know. Yeah, but this is just to do with aligning yourself with the energy of the moment. And then out of that, they're saying a new timeline will be born. Interesting that I lost my voice. A new timeline will be born out of energetically aligning with a coming together. There is a oneness that is happening, and that's why the powers to be wanted to make this. They knew a oneness was coming together, so they wanted to still be in control of the oneness. Hello, that's why they called it what they called it, you know. Any case, hope I'm not rambling. We've got, what else have we got? Linda, thank you. Appreciate the direction and how to practice this. Fantastic, Linda. If anyone wants to, if anyone also wants to have a one-on-one reading with me, I am open for that. There's a link down below for that. Yeah, just looking back to see if there's any other questions. Reading. Oh, Sherry, so no freezer spells. That's so funny. I'm guessing that you were like saying, I freeze frame this or something. Interesting. I love the power of this group. It's beautiful. Okay, guys, I think I'll leave it here. I do have to take my daughter to the train. She's got her exams at the moment. So, yeah, I think that's all the messages for today. Please don't forget to go look at that practical, the video about new ideas for us to live practically free, empowered, and all of that, and so that you can give your ideas if you do come up with any. I know I haven't covered everything, and we're just throwing ideas on the table here, but I would love a collective group to come together and keep on imagining certain things that can happen in this world. And then if we all collectively come together and imagine these certain things that could happen, you know, it's to the power of every time another person agrees with certain things. So if we're all in agreement and we all put our energy into the same pot, it's amazing what we can shift. It's incredible what the power of the people can shift when there's a group that comes together like that. So if you go take a look at the video, and if you don't agree, then you don't agree. That's all fine. It doesn't make any difference. It's just ideas, right? Suggestions. And I'm sure most of you have many more. So go take a look at that video. Love you guys heaps. Until next time, bye.